permutation of n things in which x things are alike of one kind, y things are alike of the second kind, z things are alike of the third kind. And so on. Okay, is given by factorial n by factorial x into factorial y into factorial z and so on. Whatever things are like of that kind. Remember this. Okay. Now I gave you an example yesterday also, just to an application of this formula. The question was, in how many ways can the letters of the word India be arranged? In how many ways can you arrange this? See, there are 5 letters in total, right? Out of which 2 are alike, right? Two i's are there. So therefore, number of permutation will be factorial 5 by factorial 2. Okay. Now, why is this happening? Why does this happen? Let us say yesterday I gave you an example. Let us say I have 3 different things, A, B, and C. Okay. Not necessarily letters. It may be, say, apple, mangoes, and bananas. Okay. A may be apple, B may be banana, C may be you know, what do you say? C may be what, guava. Okay. 3 different things, three things, but you cannot distinguish between the apples, or apples look alike. You cannot distinguish between the bananas. All bananas look alike, though all may not look alike also. That's a different thing altogether. But even guavas, all guavas look alike. They may be small in size, guavas, they may be bigger in size. But the point is that let's take them to be alike. We can't distinguish between guava 1 and guava 2. Okay. Then what happens? If you are arranging these 3, okay, then uh, how many ways can you arrange? First of all, this is one arrangement. Another arrangement can be this way, right? What can be a next arrangement? It can be this way, or you can arrange it this way, right? Or you can arrange it this way, or you can arrange it this way, right? So that if you see how many arrangements are you getting here, you are getting, see, there are three things. You're getting 3p3, isn't it? Equal to factorial 3. So how many arrangements are we getting here? 6 arrangements we are getting, isn't it? Right? 6 arrangements when 3 things are different. Now see, if I take 2 things alike, suppose 2 things are A and another is B, then what happens? The number of arrangements are going to reduce, isn't it? Because these 2 are the same. So how can you arrange? So this is your first arrangement. The next arrangement can be this, right? The next arrangement can be this. Any other that you can think of? Any other arrangement that you can think of? Yes?
No, sir.
No other you can think of. So what you see is that the only the arrangement that you are getting here is only 3 arrangements you are getting. Only 3 arrangements. And why are we getting 3 arrangements? Because although there are 3 things here, so number of arrangements is 3, there are 2 things that are alike. And 2 things can be arranged among themselves in 2p2 ways. So therefore, the number of arrangements here is factorial 3 by factorial 2, which is equal to 3. Clear? Why this happens? And you can extend the idea to end things. Okay. Okay. So if this idea is clear, then we can move on. Okay, first problem. It's a very easy one. How many 7-digit numbers can be formed using the digits? These digits are given. Okay, these digits are given to you. How many digits are there? 7 digits, right? And you have to form 7-digit numbers with these digits. So 7 places available to you to arrange these digits. Okay, so therefore, what are a number of ways in which number of 7-digit numbers? That can be formed? Now see, there are certain digits that are repeated. See, 2 is repeated how many times? 3 times, right? 4 is there twice. And what else? Any other? No, no other I can see. So total number of digits is 7. So 7 factorial divided by 2 is repeated thrice. So for 2, I have a 3 factorial. And for 4 is repeated twice. So for 4, I have a 2 factorial. So you can calculate this to be 720. Clear with this? Moving on to the next one. Number 2, how many 7-digit numbers can be formed using the digits? Again, the digits are given. These digits. So 7 digits are given to you. Now, if you see in these, what are the repeated ones? This 2 is repeated thrice, and again 4 is repeated twice. Okay, you have to form 7-digit numbers. Okay, so in how many ways can you do it? So number of ways, number of 7-digit numbers, in fact, number of 7-digit numbers that can be formed using the above digits. Yes. How many can be formed? Total number of digits is how many? 7. So you have factorial 7. 2 is repeated thrice. So you divide this by factorial 3. 4 is repeated twice. So you divide this by factorial 2. Okay. And you can calculate this to be 420. Now, but the problem here is that you have a 0 also here, right? So if I have a 7-digit number, it cannot start with 0, right? I cannot have a 0 here, right? Can I have a 0? If it is 0, then it becomes a 6-digit number, isn't it? So this
Yes,
420 arrangement, they include those numbers that begin with 0 also. So if I exclude those
yes,
numbers that begin with 0, then I'll get purely those numbers that are 7-digit numbers. So in order to count how many numbers begin with 0, let us fix 0 here. So fixing 0 at the extreme left. Now let's see how many digits are remaining. So we have to arrange. We have to arrange how many digits? Now 0 has been excluded, right? 0 has been fixed. So how many digits are left?
6.
6 digits are left. We have to arrange 6 digits. In how many places? 6 places, isn't it? 6 places. Which can be done in how many ways?
6 ways.
How many?
Sir, 6 ways.
Why 6 ways? 6, there are 6 places here. And there are 6 digits. So it can be arranged in, normally if all the digits were different, we could have arranged this in 6 factorial 6 or 6 ways, isn't it? But see, here certain digits are alike. 2 is alike. 4 is alike. repeated twice. So the remaining digits in the 6 places can be arranged in factorial 6 divided by, because 2 is repeated thrice, factorial 3, and because 4 is repeated twice, factorial 2. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So this becomes 60. So number of numbers that begin with 0.
420 minus 60.
But begin with 0 is 60. Hence, number of 7-digit numbers that can be formed is equal to 420 minus 60. Hence, number of 7-digit numbers that can be formed with the given digits is equal to 420 minus 60, which is how much? 360.
360. 60.
That's it. Okay. So that is one kind of question. Third kind, let's see. Now, repeatedly, I am telling you, please do all the problem that I am discussing. You don't need to go through the entire book. If you go through the entire book, you will go mad. A lot of things are given there. You can use your textbook as your guidebook. Okay, anything that, any concept that you need to read, okay, small things that you can read, anything that small thing that you want to clarify, you can go through you can use your textbook for that purpose. But if you want to cover your entire chapter through your textbook, it is going to be difficult. It is going to be very difficult. So if you do these, you will be prepared at least for your examination. That much I can tell you. Okay. And in fact, you will be prepared not only for examination, but later, but better things also. Because the question that I have given you are very standard questions. These are all lifted from your textbook. You can check these questions. How many numbers can be
Sir,
formed? Tell me.
so what you tell, sir? In fact, sir, I got disconnected, sir.
I could not get.
So when you are telling that practice this
Yes,
much
only.
sums that you
Yes,
can.
at least practice these sums. If you want to get around 60, 70 marks, at least practice these sums. And if you want to get 90, then you have to practice all the sums from the exercise. But for theory part, follow what I am saying, telling you here. Okay, for the theory part, because a lot of theory part is given in your textbook. You cannot go through everything, and everything is not given in a very sequential manner in the textbook. Okay, so next problem is, how many numbers can be formed with the digits? These digits, how many digits? 7 digits are given. Some are repeated also, I can see. So that odd digits occupy the odd places. So let's write down the digits here. The given digits are these are the given digits. Okay. So how many places you have? Because 7 digits are there, you have 7 places. They have not specified the number of places, so we take 7 places. Okay, so 7 places I have taken. Now let us label these places. Okay, so now let's see. The question is so that the odd digits occupy the odd places. So let's write what the odd digits are. The odd digits are 1, 1. 1 is repeated twice. 2 is there. 2 is repeated twice. 3 is there. 3 is also repeated twice. Any other? No. Okay, so the odd digits are there in the odd places. So what are the odd places here? 1, 3, 5, 7. These are the odd places. Okay. So now if you see in the odd places, let us put the digits. What are the digits here? 1 you have a 2, and say you have a 3 here, and let us put a 3 here. Okay. So the odd places.
Sir,
So
2
there,
is even.
tell me.
Sir, 2 is even.
Yes, 2.
You are taking only opposite.
No, okay, odd digits occupy. Okay, odd digits are there only. So 1, 1, 3, 3. Okay, so 1, 1, 3, 3. Okay. So now odd digits are these. So therefore, number of how many places are there? 4 odd places are there. How many digits are there? 4 odd digits are there. So number of ways in which 4 odd digits can occupy the 4 odd places. How many ways can they occupy? 4 odd digits, factorial 4, but one is repeated twice. So I have a factorial 2, and because 3 is also repeated twice, I have a factorial 2. Okay, so this will come out to be 6. Okay. Next, what are the digits that are left? The leftover digits are 2, 2, 4. What else? Anything else left? No, only 3 digits left, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many places left? How many places? This place is left. This place is left.
3.
This place is left. 3 places. So number of ways in which 3 leftover digits can occupy the remaining places. How many ways? 3 digits are there, right? So factorial 3. And because 2 is repeated here twice, so I have a factorial 2 in the denominator. That's it. So this will become 3. So now, therefore, required number of ways, how many? Hence, required number of ways in which odd digits occupy the odd place and the remaining digits. So and is the keyword, okay? And the remaining digits in the remaining places. Is equal to how many? First one, 6, right?
6.
And because there's an and here, we give a multiplication sign. Remaining digits will occupy in 3 ways. It's 18. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
We move on to the next problem. Try to write down these in your copies the way I am writing, so that later on when you are revising, you are able to understand the logic. Next question is, how many different words can be formed with the letters of the word Bharat? The given letters are, let's not read it as Bharat, let's read it as different letters, so that any word that is given, words do not make sense. It is the letters that we are concerned about. The given letters are B, H, A, R, A, T. And how many ways can you arrange? Can you tell me? Number of different words that can be formed from the above letters? That can be formed from the above letters? Yes. How many? How many letters are there? There are 6 letters I can see, right? If I'm counting correctly, 6 letters.
Yes, sir.
And A is repeated
Yes,
twice.
sir.
So I have a factorial 2 in the denominator. So that's it. So this will come to 360. Okay. You know how to calculate factorial, right? Let me just touch upon this because this is a simple one. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into factorial 2 divided by factorial 2. So this factorial 2 cancels. You get 360. Though calculators will be available to you, you can always use your calculators. So that is the first part of the question. Second part. In how many ways B and H are never together? In fact, the kind of answer that I have given here, okay, this is actually the answer for they are always together. Okay, so ignore this answer. Okay, now follow the way I'm doing. In how many ways B and H are never together? Now, see, if I arrange it in this manner, BH, A, R, A, T. This is one unit, another unit. These are 4 letters. I consider B and H as a single letter X. So how many total number of letters now? 4 plus 1, 5 letters, right? So considering BH as a single unit, as a single letter, let's say, X, X, A, R, A, T can be arranged among themselves in how many ways? In how many letters? 5 letters, right? Out of which 2 are repeated. So I have factorial 2, right? So let's keep it here. Or you can calculate also. 5 into 4 into 3 into factorial 2 by factorial 2. Let's cancel, so you get 60. Fine. So this is the, now see B and H can be arranged among themselves in how many ways? 2p2 ways, right? Factorial 2 equal to 2 ways, right? And this is 60 ways. So therefore, number of ways in which B and H are always together. Always together is equal to, see, 60 ways into, because B and H can be arranged among themselves in 2 ways. So you have 2 ways, 60 into 2. So multiply these two, you get 120. So in 120 ways, B and H are always together. Hence, how many ways B and H are never together? Total number of arrangements. How many total number of arrangements? 360. In 360 minus 120 ways, in which they are always together, which is equal to 240. Clear with this problem? We have done this kind of problem earlier also, but their letters were not repeated. But the logic is still the same. Now you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we had done this same problem where the letters were distinct. Here the letters are repeated, so you just have to be a little careful to see which letters are repeated and how many ways, in how many, how many times the letters are repeated. Let's look at the third part. How many of these begin with B and end with T? Okay, so you have, how many letters you have? T. Okay, so you have 6 letters, 6 places. How many of the question is how many begin with T and end with T? Right? Yes, and end with T. So now what I do is I fix B in this place and I fix T here. So how many letters have I consumed? Out of 6, 2 letters. How many letters left? How many letters left? 4 letters left, right? How many places left? 4 places left, right? So fixing B and T. In the 2 extreme positions. In the 2 extreme places, the remaining 4 letters can be arranged among themselves? In how many ways? Can you tell me what are the letters that remain? B, H remains, A remains, R remains, and A remains, right? So HARA
Yes,
remains. So 4 letters are there. So factorial 4. But because A is repeated, we'll divide this by factorial 2. Okay. So this is 12. So in how many arrangements does begin with B and end with T? This is only in 12 ways. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on to the next problem. Number 5. Part 1. Let's write the letter first. Let's read the question. Find how many arrangements can be made with the letters of the word mathematics. So the given letters are M, A, T, H, E, M, A, T, I, mathematics. Okay. These are the given letters. Okay. How many arrangements can be made? Number 1. Number of ways in which the above letters can be arranged. Is equal to, count the number of letters. How many letters? 11 letters are there. So 11 factorial. But there are certain repeated letters also. So if you see A is repeated twice, so you divide this by factorial 2. T is repeated twice. So again, I have another factorial 2 for T. And what else is repeated? M is repeated twice, right? I have another factorial 2 for this. So you can calculate this to be. Okay, so the first part is over. Let's look at the next part. In how many of them vowels occur together? Okay. Now let's sort out the vowels. The vowels are what are the vowels? A. What else? E is there.
I.
I is there. Only a single I, no? Okay. And
Yes,
what else?
sir.
Anything else?
Sir,
Okay. So only these are there. These are the vowels. Okay. So and the consonants are M, T, H, M, T, C, and S, right? Let's count the number of letters, whether it's coming to 11. I missed out on any letter. Yes, it is 11. So these. Now the
yes,
question is, in how many of them vowels are together? Now the vowels will be together if I have this kind of an arrangement, A, E, I, and I have M, T, H, M, T, C, S, right? If this kind of arrangement I have, then the vowels will be together, right?
yes, sir.
So considering the vowels as a single unit, let's say X, considering the vowels as a single letter, X, how many letters are there? These are how many letters? 7 letters, isn't it? Yes, there are 7 letters, and X means 8 letters. So 8 letters can be arranged among themselves in how many ways? Factorial 8. Now see what letters are repeated. Here M and M is repeated. So I have a factorial 2 for M. Any other repetition?
T.
Okay,
T.
T is also there. So I have a factorial 2 for T. Okay. So this is the number of ways in which a single letter, considering the vowels as a single letter. Now the vowels themselves can be arranged. The four vowels themselves can be arranged among themselves in how many ways? 4 vowels. So
Four,
factorial 4 and 2 are repeated.
By 2.
Right? So hence number of ways in which vowels are always together. That was the question, right? Yes, vowels always occur together. Hence number of arrangements in which vowels always occur together. Is equal to this one, factorial 8 by factorial 2 into factorial 2 into this, factorial 4 by factorial 2. So therefore your answer should be 1,20,960. That's your answer. Okay, so that finishes off this. So I'll stop here. But before that,